Hello, my name is Bossy, and I'm 17 years old. I'm Kenyan, and this is my story. So I was never really a very confident kid. So I had, lots of issues with self-esteem. I used to get teased quite a lot when I was in primary school, and basically all the taunts were revolved around my weight. Oh, you're so fat, you're so fat. Things like that. That just really got down on me and affected my confidence. And this one boy in particular who used to tease me was probably like 3 times my size. I moved schools. I had friends, but people didn't really know me, so I wasn't popular. I got into reading a lot. I joined the reading club, chess club, knitting club. I like to sing, which is one thing that I've always known, is that I really like to sing. And I was kind of known as that girl who, sings a little bit too loudly, like on the front row of the chapel services we'd have every Sunday. Basically, there was one occasion where I wanted to try out for the part of Nancy in the school's Oliver Twist production. And I remember really wanting to be Nancy, but not having the confidence. I didn't think I could get the role, basically, because the other 2 people who wanted, the role were like the prettiest, most popular girls in our year group. So I didn't eventually audition for it. I just settled for a lesser role, even though I knew that maybe on like a vocal level I'd have an advantage over them. I didn't take the advice. And also hearing things like, oh, if Bossy was Nancy, she'd break the stage, which, it kind of like, that really screws with you. So I just didn't end up getting it. The catalyst for the rest of my story was when my cousin, who was also my roommate, told me she was gonna sing a song like in the school talent show. And I was like, if you do this, I will do this. But in that joking way, like, man, if you do it, I'll do it. But then she ended up doing it. And then I had to do it. So the next year, the next year's talent show, when I was 15, I went up there in all my awkward glory, and I got up on the stage and I sang Maroon 5's Misery. And after that, the crowd just kind of like broke into this raucous kind of round of applause and started cheering. And I was kind of like shocked. But then I don't know what feeling like built up inside of me, but in that moment, I felt validated. Because for the first time in my life, I saw that I was capable than more of what I, told myself I was. I started taking risks in the way that I'd always been like in the chamber choir and stuff like that. But I started putting up my hand when our teacher said, who wants to audition for a solo? And I saw that when I, volunteered myself, I got the solos. This all, kind of like built up to a point where I was selected as one of 2 people to sing in front of Stephen Schwartz, who actually wrote the music for Disney's Pocahontas and Hunchback of Notre Dame and Godspell and Prince of Egypt. And so I felt so honored and also so humbled by the fact that I was chosen to sing Colors of the Wind in front of the guy who wrote When You Believe. Like, he's won 3 Grammys, 3 Academy Awards and all that. So I got up there and I sang for him. And I remember a lot of people had been singing that song because it was obviously the most popular choice amongst us teenage girls. So after I sang it, and he'd been critiquing everyone, then after I sang it, he said nothing, he said, well, he said good, and then I walked off the stage and sat down. Then he turned around and he said to the crowd, you know, if you're, what I meant by making the song into your own thing, he pointed at me and said, that girl just did it. And I just remember like my music teacher like nudging me and saying, hey, look, he mentioned you and everything, getting excited. And then the one thing I can say about my journey or my story is that, you know, take in what they say, but now I can just choose which way I'm gonna react to it, basically. Love is trouble. Mama said I should watch myself.